Title: Horror Within Haunted Mansion. Tales of its haunted past, claiming that the spirits of its former inhabitants still lingered within its walls. Few dared to venture near, but curiosity got the best of Sarah, an adventurous young woman seeking an adrenaline rush. Sarah, armed with a flashlight and a camera, stepped through the mansion's creaking front door. The air inside was thick with an eerie silence, broken only by her own nervous breaths. She found herself in a dilapidated hallway, where portraits of long-dead family members gazed down at her with vacant eyes. As Sarah explored deeper into the mansion, she stumbled upon a hidden door concealed behind a faded tapestry. Intrigued, she pushed it open to reveal a narrow staircase leading down into darkness. The walls whispered warnings, but Sarah couldn't resist the urge to uncover the mansion's secrets. The staircase led her to a forgotten basement, where the air was heavy and stale. Sarah's flashlight illuminated rusted tools and discarded belongings, hinting at a forgotten past. A chilling breeze brushed against her neck, causing her to shiver. She pressed on. Further into the basement, Sarah discovered a wooden door. She hesitated, her hand trembling before grasping the cold metal handle. The door groaned in protest as it swung open, revealing a hidden room untouched by time. Dust danced in the air, and the room's furniture lay draped in faded white sheets. Sarah's heart raced as she approached an ornate mirror in the corner of the room. The mirror's surface was tarnished, but its reflection revealed something unsettling, a pair of eyes staring back at her. Startled, she turned around, but there was no one there. The mansion's chilling whispers grew louder as Sarah inspected the room. She noticed an old journal lying on a dusty writing desk. Curiosity overcame her fear, and she opened its pages, revealing the haunting accounts of a tormented soul trapped within the mansion's walls. The journal spoke of a vengeful spirit named Amelia, who had been betrayed and murdered by her own family. The entries described her despair and her longing for justice. Sarah's skin prickled as she realized that Amelia's spirit might still haunt the mansion, seeking retribution. Sarah's footsteps echoed through the room as she explored further, her unease growing with each passing moment. Suddenly, she heard a faint whisper, barely audible above the mansion's persistent moans. It called out her name. She spun around, searching for the source but found only emptiness. The temperature dropped, and Sarah's breath formed misty clouds in the air. Shadows flickered along the walls, morphing into grotesque shapes. Panic welled up within her, and she knew she needed to escape. But the mansion seemed determined to keep her captive. As Sarah rushed toward the basement stairs, the mansion's malevolence intensified. The walls groaned and shifted, blocking her path. She was trapped. Desperation took hold as she frantically searched for another exit, but the mansion's layout seemed to have changed, leading her deeper into its sinister core. Sarah stumbled upon a room filled with ancient relics, a collection of eerie dolls. Their glassy eyes followed her every move, their presence suffocating. She tried to flee, but an unseen force dragged her back. The doll's laughter echoed in her ears as the room closed in. With trembling hands, Sarah managed to break free from the room of haunting dolls. She could still hear their sinister laughter echoing in her mind as she continued her frantic search for an escape route. Every step she took seemed to lead her deeper into the mansion's labyrinthine corridors. Suddenly, Sarah entered a room bathed in an otherworldly glow. The walls were adorned with symbols and arcane writings, and an altar stood at its center. A sense of dread washed over her as she realized she had stumbled upon the heart of the mansion's dark magic. A chilling wind whispered through the room, causing the candle flames to flicker and dance. Sarah's eyes widened in terror as she witnessed ghostly apparitions materialize around her, their tortured faces contorted with anguish. They beckoned her to join them, their ethereal hands reaching out in a macabre invitation. Realizing the danger she was in, Sarah fought against the paralyzing fear gripping her. With renewed determination, she mustered the strength to resist the spirit's call. She knew she had to find a way to break the mansion's curse before it consumed her. Searching desperately for a clue or an answer, Sarah's eyes fell upon a dusty book lying on a nearby pedestal. Its pages were filled with ancient rituals and incantations, promising a way to banish the spirits and free the mansion from its malevolent grip. Gathering her courage, she began to decipher the ritual. As Sarah prepared to perform the ritual, she became acutely aware of the growing presence of the vengeful spirit, Amelia. The air thickened with her rage and despair. Shadows danced around Sarah, the mansion's dark energy converging upon her like a storm waiting to be unleashed. With shaky hands, Sarah followed the ritual's instructions, chanting the incantations with every ounce of her being. The room shook, and a blinding light filled the air. The spirits howled in anguish as the mansion fought to maintain its hold. Suddenly, the swirling energy dissipated, leaving Sarah standing in silence. The mansion fell quiet, as if a great weight had been lifted. The vengeful spirits vanished, and the room returned to its former state of dusty abandonment. Relief washed over Sarah as she realized she had succeeded in breaking the mansion's curse. The air felt lighter, and she could finally breathe freely. She knew it was time to leave and never look back. As she made her way to the front door, the mansion seemed to whisper its final farewell. The old Victorian mansion stood empty once more, its haunted secrets hidden from the world. Sarah emerged, forever changed by her encounter with the supernatural. In the days that followed, Sarah became haunted by vivid nightmares and lingering echoes of the spirits she had encountered. The mansion had left an indelible mark on her soul, a reminder of the darkness that dwelled within forgotten places. Determined to find closure, Sarah delved into the mansion's history, unearthing the truth behind Amelia's tragic fate. She sought out her descendants and shared her harrowing experience, ensuring that the dark legacy of the mansion would never be forgotten. The once dilapidated mansion underwent a transformation, restored to its former glory as a symbol of rebirth and redemption. Sarah's story became a local legend, warning others of the dangers that lie within the forgotten room. Years passed, and the mansion stood as a reminder of the thin veil that separates the living from the dead. Sarah, now older and wiser, visited the mansion one last time. The memories of her encounter with the supernatural still lingered, but she felt a sense of closure and acceptance. As Sarah walked through the beautifully restored halls, she felt a strange sense of gratitude emanating from the mansion. It was as if the spirits, including Amelia, had found peace and forgiveness in their release. The mansion had transformed from a place of darkness to a sanctuary of healing. With a final farewell, Sarah left the mansion behind, carrying with her the lessons learned and the stories that would be shared for generations. The legacy of the Forgotten Room would continue to captivate the imagination, reminding people of the power of the supernatural and the resilience of the human spirit. Years later, a young girl named Emily, curious about the town's haunted history, discovered an old book detailing the chilling tale of Sarah and the Forgotten Room. Intrigued, she vowed to visit the mansion and experience its mystique for herself, unaware of the trials and revelations that awaited her. And so, the cycle continued, the mansion drawing in those seeking adventure and mystery. Its walls held secrets and whispers of a past that refused to be forgotten. The Forgotten Room waited patiently, ready to reveal its horrors to those brave enough to enter, for the spirits within knew that their stories would forever haunt the curious souls who dared to venture inside.